Psalm 121, I look to the hills. And where will I find help? It will come from the Lord, who created heaven and earth. The Lord is your protector, and he won't go to sleep or let you stumble. The protector of Israel doesn't doze or ever get drowsy. The Lord is your protector, there at your right side to shade you from the sun. You won't be harmed by the sun during the day or by the moon at night. The Lord will protect you and keep you safe from all dangers. The Lord will protect you now and always, wherever you go. Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us. My name's David. I'm one of the team here at Pilgrim Community Church. And we're talking this morning about hope, help on planet Earth. And the idea is that God intervenes in human history. He interacts with you and I. He's not an impersonal or distant God, but he is there, taking this journey through life with us. And this is a pilgrim's song. And there are 4 fantastic reminders that I want to talk about this morning. And the first is where exactly our help comes from. The singer of the song rejects the idea that his help comes from the obvious place of strength and advantage, the mountaintop. Some people have understood that mountaintop to represent the place where God made his covenant with people, a reminder of God's relationship with his creation on earth. This is not what the singer of the song is saying at all. He rejects the idea that help comes from that obvious place of strength and advantage, and reminds us that God is the maker of all things, maker of the mountaintop, maker of the valley. And wherever we find ourselves, he is ultimately our source of strength. And then repeatedly, the singer of the song uses this phrase, the Lord is your protector, and then elaborates. And the first elaboration he says is that this God, unlike any other protectors, is not going to get sleepy or drowsy. He doesn't get tired on the job. He doesn't nap. He doesn't miss a moment of the journey that we take. He doesn't blink even, so that anything takes him by surprise and we are left unguarded. The second thing he reminds us of is that the heat of the sun, the cold of night, and all of the dangers that can bring, God is there by our side at every step. He's there to shade us from that heat. He's there to shelter us and protect us at night. And travelers through the desert from one town to another at that time would of course experience those dangers firsthand. And they would have been very real dangers. And again, the singer of the song reminds us that the obvious places of provision and protection, behind that is God. He is our source, and we ought not to forget that. And lastly, he reminds us that whatever dangers from enemies present themselves, God is there to protect us now and always. But this psalm, it makes it sound that there's never a moment in his life where he needs to worry about danger. God's never going to let him down. He's never going to stumble. He's always going to be protected. But you and I know that that is not the human experience. You and I make mistakes. You and I go to sleep. People let us down. Tragedy happens. Trouble comes. And we've said it often at Pilgrim Community Church. But if you're not in trouble right now, if there isn't a crisis in your life right now, chances are pretty good you've just come out of one or you're about to go into another. So is this really what the singer of the song is suggesting? Because the suggestion then would be that if it's the opposite, and if you and I are experiencing those dangers and those trouble, we're doing something wrong. And I don't think that's what the song is about at all. Because I know for a fact, when I read the history of this songwriter in this particular psalm, he too experienced all of those troubles and dangers that are common to you and I. So what's he doing? He's reminding himself and remembering that in spite of it all, God has never left his side. God has never let us down. He's not the one to blame, but he is the one that we can look to seek out refuge, to seek out that place of safety, to seek out that advantage, to seek out that strength. Because the other common thing to you and I in our human experience is that when we experience that trouble, when we experience that difficulty, when we ourselves stumble, we look to all manner of things, and we forget sometimes that God is the maker of all things, that God is not asleep on the job, that God is there. So, hope, much needed, rare commodity. For us, it is something real on planet Earth. It is not just waiting for us when we finish the journey. It is not just a promise at the end of it. It's a promise now. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. God bless you and your family, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.